welcome to the channel talking all things Zelda. Rest assured there will be absolutely no spoilers for Echoes of Wisdom in this video. For those of you that do know what happens in the game, I'm theorising only from the official content that has been released thus far, which I will always do on this channel. Today I thought we could have some fun with a short world theory and end the video with an alternative take to give us a bit of variance, so I'd love to get your own thoughts in the comments below. Okay, so let's get straight into this theory, which hopefully invokes some interesting trains of thought, because it relates to the region that we have as yet seen little of. We have already seen a lot of the usual Hyrulean races, including the exciting return of Deku Scrubs, but we have only seen segments of the overworld map. And if we are to consider each of the races present within the modern Zelda series universe, the only race missing is the Rito. I, for one, would absolutely love to see the Rito return in this art style. They have incorporated Farron into top-down Zelda for the first time after all. We've already seen glimpses of the Farron wetlands, which is home to the various Deku Scrubs, though the business Scrubs will clearly pervade the rest of Hyrule in their bid to monopolise the smoothie making market. So might it make sense that we will also see the Rito and their village in this iteration of Hyrule? And should this turn out to be the case, like the Farron region, it's entirely possible we'd see a reimagining of the Hebra region in this graphical style. Despite Hebra typically being a geographically isolated region, I doubt the weather will impact gameplay much, past the need to use smoothies and outfits to protect against the adverse effects caused by temperature changes and region variance. But what if weather is more centrally integrated into the game's mechanics? For example, rain or heavy snow could limit flight capabilities, requiring the player to approach challenges differently when grounded, while clear skies open up full aerial navigation. We saw a similar mechanic employed by Breath of the Wild after all, in that slippy surfaces caused by the unrelenting rain surrounding Zora's domain prevented players from scaling the rocky hills as a shortcut, and instead forced us to run the awesome meandering gauntlet up Zora River, along with its interesting mountain passes. But what would the Rito bring to this style of Zelda game, and why would they be an important addition? Well, incorporating the Rito into a top-down Zelda game could offer unique gameplay dynamics, inspired by their avian nature. If we think about the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom structure, every time we defeated a divine beast or temple, we gained access to a champion or sage ability. What if, in Echoes of Wisdom, we unlock the ability to super summon a hero from each of the races upon successfully navigating and conquering each region's main dungeon? Or if it is not an echo per se, perhaps it is a unique ability, also with a cooldown, such as the ones we obtain in the Wild era games. Revali's Gale being a good example of an ability that would allow Zelda to scale structures and heights swiftly. The Rito's connection to wind could be central to gameplay in the Hebra region. For example, complex wind currents such as right angles and loops, rather than just straight lines, could be used in conjunction with a Raven Echo to propel the player across tricky gaps and to avoid obstacles. So the Rito and their specific abilities could essentially help Zelda further manipulate wind to solve puzzles or to assist in combat. The obvious alternative to this being a mountain in the Hebra region is that this is in fact Mount Lanayru, given the significance the Lanayru region and its symbolism have to Zelda in particular. I've been thinking about this more after reading through the comments section on a previous video. It tallies with the team mostly concealing content for this area of the map, other than some snippets of a snow-covered mountain, with cascading boulders making Zelda's climb to the summit more perilous. It would make sense for a game focusing primarily on Zelda and the wisdom element of the Triforce to have a late game region that's most synonymous with Zelda herself. While I doubt we'll see any of the dragons such as Nadra, mostly because it looks like we'll instead be getting dragons as bosses in the form of Volvagia. Seeing Mount Lanayru incorporated into this art direction would be awesome. The Zelda team will, of course, be intentionally holding some good stuff back, as Zelda games always do, so it will be incredibly exciting to discover what those initial playthroughs have in store for us. So, with just 1 week to go until we get our hands on Echoes of Wisdom, what do you think the unrevealed regions could be? Let me know in the comments below. And if you share my passion for all things Legend of Zelda, please help me out and hit that subscribe button. I've got lots of stuff planned, including some great post-launch Echoes of Wisdom content. Thanks, have a good one, and catch you next time.